Oh, hi. Take a load off, why don't ya? She's back. My luminous and slightly salty friend Jane Hall joins me again today on the ChrissieCast live from the compound. Now, we talk about the greatest potato crisps of all time. We play a guessing game on where the hell I got my chic jumpsuit. You'll never guess either. And Jane regales us with a fish and chip shop. How very dare you. ChrissieCasters, get ready to have a little snort laugh with the magical Jane Hall. Welcome to the ChrissieCast yet again, Jane Hall.
Thank you so much for letting me sit here, especially in my current state.
What is your current state?
Well, who would know? I have what could only be described as a pretty shocking cold. Could be something more sinister, but how would we know?
I believe the text message that you sent to me was, I've probably got COVID, but I'm not testing and I'm coming anyway, which is absolutely my philosophy.
That was my way of giving you an out if you wanted one.
As if.
Exactly, but you didn't take it. Now, look, quite frankly, don't at me about this, okay, beautiful listeners, okay? Because the thing is, I've done my 5 days of staying home.
Yeah.
And if I was going somewhere like a medical centre or a school or around anyone who was immunocompromised. Of course I would take appropriate precautions. Are you immunocompromised?
I am not.
So therefore, why would I stay away?
Correct. Now, we caused a sensation in the last podcast.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Just the one?
Well, you confessed that your jacket was from Aldi.
Yeah.
And I confessed that my waterfall cardigan was off the street.
Yeah, so I felt that was a bridge too far, but I let you go with it.
I have been to Aldi in the last week and I feel like all the lessons about yourself can be learnt at Aldi. And I dropped in. I know. I dropped in just to get the hummus.
Oh, because that's where you get it. Yep.
Of course, it is the best. And my daughter is 80 to 90% hummus.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I know this.
And she loves it from there. So I popped in just to get the hummus. But, of course, then I saw the eye fillet and then I saw the yogurt.
What about the salmon?
Oh, my God. So then I'm collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Then I saw a solar-powered fairy light trellis.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So that went under the arm.
I already have that.
So I'm walking through the aisles of Aldi with things hanging. Everything was about to drop, and I heard myself speak out loud to myself, not an internal dialogue. Out loud, I said, "You are not a goddamn pack horse. Get the trolley.
Get the trolley. Yep.
Get the trolley." Do you do this?
Yeah, absolutely. But see, getting the trolley only ends in one way, and that is with a full trolley.
Yes.
Of things like the high-pressure hose attachment.
How wonderful.
The multi-pack of spreadable goat's cheese. Do you know what I mean? So,
I've never tried that, but I have been told many times.
Do yourself a favour.
See, I'm a Meredith Dairy girl.
Yeah, but it's a different thing. So I know you love that, and as do I. They've got their own brand of that, by the way, if you want to get it. But the spreadable goat's cheese is like more of a Philly cream cheese consistency.
Oh, dear God.
And if you want to pop that on a little bit of your sourdough with a little bit of your fresh tomato and basil on top of it.
Oh, my God.
You'll never turn back.
I've just realised that you sent me the most depressing photograph of a meal I've ever seen.
Oh, just the one?
You may not remember it. It was 2 half-frozen sausages, I believe, that were suffering from freezer burn, and 2 frozen pieces of multi-grain bread, which we know is not the right vehicle for a sausage in bread.
No, that's true.
It must be white.
I think it was I just got down to the dregs, and I thought that maybe you would take pity on me and send me a Coles online order, but you didn't.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to take pity on you today. I've got a slow-cooked spaghetti bolognese going on in the house, and I'm going to decant some for you. And I may even throw in some spirale.
Oh.
And then you're done for today. You're done for tonight.
Oh, well, no, I'm done for 3 meals with that.
Okay, and 3 bottles of rosé bang.
What more do you need?
Now, let's move on. You are fresh from Bali.
I am, yes.
You've been doing some work for Luxury Escapes.
I know. I mean, to call it work is even, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, you get to sort of travel overseas in luxury, go to beautiful places, report on them. You know, like it's amazing.
It looks like the most amazing job, but I've spoken to enough people that have done it that want to complain about it, and I want to scratch their eyes out. Not specifically luxury escapes, but like, remember when Getaway was a thing? And
oh yeah, and they say it's so hard, like it's a really hard job, like you got to do your own hair and makeup.
You just get in and get out. Yeah. You don't really experience it. I'm like, get stuffed.
You don't spend any time there.
The plane journey there would be enough for me. Like, I'm happy with a mystery flight.
Oh, totally. I'm happy with a ghost flight. No one else on there. Don't care where I'm going. Because you know why? No one can do anything to you. You're just there all by yourself in the peace and quiet of the cabin. And even someone like me who's terrified of flying recognises the fact that that they're golden hours.
I was going to ask, how is your flying anxiety going? Because I know that you told me about this. We've been friends for a million years.
Yeah.
And you told me that you're not a good flyer.
No.
That was all you said. And then we had to fly to Sydney for work together, and I have never seen anything like it.
Was that the time that I was crouched on the floor in the fetal position?
Yes.
Did I have my head in your lap?
No, you had your head between your own knees.
Oh, yeah, child's pose. Yeah, I still do that.
And you were rocking.
Shocking. And probably for that
drunk.
flight.
You were rocking and drunk.
Oh, was I already drunk?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's a tactic I still employ.
Right.
I get really worried if it's a morning flight because it's hard to get your hands on alcohol at the airport.
Yes.
So I just decant a little bit, you know, from my own private stash.
You have a traveller.
And take it. Yeah, just a little hip flasky number.
In a Frank Green bottle or something?
Oh, I don't even try and hide it. No. It's just in like a little plastic clear bottle. I don't try and make it look like a coffee or anything like that.
So funny.
And so I'm still really shocking at flying. And but I've gotten okay that to a lot of people I fib about it.
Right.
Yeah, I told you the truth.
Yes.
But I don't want to get a bad professional reputation for it, especially now that I do this.
Let me tell you that you can lie as much as you like about it, but if anybody sees you on a flight,
oh yeah, okay,
they're going to know.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Really,
you turned into like Sybil.
I know, it's the rocking that gives it away.
It's the rocking,
yeah, and the fact that I have to
count.
And
your little bilby paws over your ears
because I can't hear anything, and I have to count out loud to 200, which I guess is also a giveaway for the other passengers, isn't it?
You are so funny. Now, you sent me a screenshot of our favourite, the national food of Bali.
Of Indonesia. Sorry, not just Bali, of all the 17,000 islands in Indonesia.
Take us through it.
Okay, so you and I have been to Bali a number of times together.
No, once.
Twice. Did you forget that?
Oh, my God, of course.
Hang on a second.
Twice.
Did you forget a whole holiday with me?
How could I?
Like you just forgot an entire holiday. Thank you. How very dare you?
I feel like the first time, though, we were on it a fair bit, so it's okay if I forget.
Oh, yeah, that was before your...
Yes, before my new sober
sobriety.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
I recommend it, by the way.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm not ready to jump on board that bandwagon.
That's right. I'm not here to, pontificate.
I understand. But we have been to Bali a number of times.
Yes, and I popped your Balinese cherry.
I'd never been before.
Oh, you were so anti it. And I was just so confident. I just thought, you come with me and I'll show you my Bali.
I know, but I just thought, pook, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of accidentally lick a piece of cucumber and then, it's on for young and old.
Yes.
But no, it wasn't like that on our Bali trip.
That's right.
And you certainly opened my eyes to lots of things.
Yes.
Snacking in Bali is one of the greatest joys I can behold.
Circle K.
No, it's Silver K.
Is it a Silver K?
Are you talking about the chocolate?
No, that is
what are you
silver.
It's silver.
No, it's not Silver K. It's
Silver Queen.
Silver Queen.
Silver Queen.
Oh, my God, the cashew.
The cashew.
Oh, in white chocolate.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So I bought a couple of bars of those home with me just in this last trip, but I accidentally on purpose ate them on the plane.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're gone.
But you were out of your mind.
Totally.
And probably drunk.
Drunk as a skunk.
Of course.
Anyway, the other thing, I sent you a photo of the greatest chips alive.
Oh, rasa asli, which is, I believe, Bahasa Indonesia for Salt.
Salt. They are purely made of salt and fat, and they are golden deliciousness. They're even a weird kind of yellowish colour that is sort of unnatural for a potato chip and yet intoxicatingly perfect. They are called the chitato. Now, I am a flavour. I am a fan of just the plain chitato.
I've tried them all and nothing beats the plain blue packet chitato.
Never. But you do have your sour cream.
Yes.
You do have your beef rendang, which is distressing.
Mm.
And there's a number of other sort of Indonesian, there's like seaweed flavour and stuff like that.
There's like boiled egg flavour. We've given them all a go. Me and my kids are mad for trying new things, but we cannot beat the blue rasa asli.
It is the supreme chip. If anyone goes to Indonesia, there is your travel hack right there. That's it. I've got nothing else.
When you sent me the screenshot, it filled me with such joy.
Were you jealous?
I was.
Could you taste the chitato?
I could. How do they get so much oil and salt onto one crinkle-cut surface?
I don't know, but I took them with our crew travelling and the crew didn't sort of seem to get it, but I gorged on these chitatos before I got on the plane.
You said that you wanted to bring home 35 packets and I hear you. Would there be a border security incident if we did that?
Yes, I believe there would.
And
I believe there would.
Imagine your shame.
Yeah. Well, me, who pretends not to eat any kind of junk food. You know, me with my spring eating plan, arriving and being detained by border security for 35,000 packets of potatoes.
The shame.
Hanging my head in shame I would be.
Were you cheating on honey soy chickens with potatoes?
I regret to say I was. I don't want anyone to lose sight of the fact that in Australia, you've got your honey soy chickens, okay? When you go to Bali,
you've got your potatoes.
I'm almost crying thinking about them.
And do you know what else?
What?
The problem with the potatoes is, I travel to Bali at least once a year with the kids.
I know.
And I've been doing it since Peg was breastfed, right? So it was their first overseas trip. It's become like a holiday house for us.
Absolutely.
Right? Anyway, the first thing I do is tell the house that we've hired that on arrival we need 20 packets of potatoes.
So it's like the Swan family rider.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And they are getting harder to find.
What?
I know.
Oh, come on.
No, they are getting harder to find. So when I do find them, I fill that backpack to the brim of potatoes. I love that you're going overseas a lot for work. This is fabulous.
Oh, it's very exciting.
One of the things I have noticed, there are many differences between you and I.
It's not. What?
Oh, my God, so many.
Okay.
And I think the biggest one, the biggest one is everything, but travelling wise, Luxury Escapes would not like me.
Oh, they wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole the way you travel.
Correct.
Sorry, but that is...
I put no thought into anything. I don't care what I wear.
No, you certainly don't. In fact, I reckon that poo brown tracksuit that you just bought from Kmart's going to get a run the next time you go on a flight, isn't it?
I've bought 6 of those since. I've got them in every colour of the rainbow. In fact, you're very fortunate that I am not in it today because I was in it yesterday and the day before. I had a red one on 2 days ago and I debuted the baby blue.
Oh, I'm happy with baby blue.
And you don't like the brown?
No, I won't go near brown clothing under no circumstances. And frankly, I wish you wouldn't either. You do look like a big chiquito.
No, I look like the poo emoji.
I didn't want to say that. I was being kind.
You are impeccably put together.
I think you need to look nice on planes. I feel like I'm a throwback to the 50s where people, were there planes in the 50s? Yeah, there were.
Yes.
But, you got dressed up to go because travelling was a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you see it as such?
You are impeccably turned out.
Yes.
And even, I can imagine your suitcase open on your beautifully interior designed bedroom and the thought that goes into each outfit, which is very different to how I throw in 2 pairs of bike shorts and some black T-shirts.
I have seen what you get around in on holidays and it does not bear thinking about.
Do you really need the anxiety of always looking amazing?
No, you don't. I'm sorry, I can't. I really do want to defend myself on this.
Yeah.
But it's become a millstone around my neck.
Of course.
It's becoming a cross that is too hard to bear.
Okay.
Working out what to wear is giving me some serious anxiety. 2 days out from when I need to do something like even coming to see you today.
Yeah.
I'm worrying about what I'm going to wear.
Wow.
I'm pre-planning when I'm going to wash my hair. I'm working out
I understand that. I didn't wash my hair for 2 weeks because I just didn't have time.
Yeah. But, you've got special friends that you can put in your hair to make them look a little bit better. I don't
know how to put them in.
Oh, do I? Oh, you never do that yourself?
Oh, never.
Oh, okay.
No. That's in my on-set kit along with Spanx and a zip-up hoodie.
Why the zip-up hoodie?
Thank you for asking.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I always have a zip-up hoodie so that when the special hair friends are in.
Yes.
And the
maquillage.
The maquillage, the face of someone younger and more beautiful is painted onto my face.
Yes.
I can take the hoodie off without tearing my hair off.
Okay. Who would have thought that you'd have such a classy little
I know.
kind of hot tip on... I mean, that really should come from me.
I know.
But it's like I'm needing some sort of therapy. And I know the last time we spoke...
You're needing some sort of therapy?
Yeah, that's really... It's quite the understatement,
yes,
if you will.
It is.
Last time we spoke, you gave me a good kick up the bum about being so hard on myself.
Yeah.
And I really do need to take this on because I'm over it. It's getting... I need to drop this. I need to drop this facade that everything's perfect all the time, and that I've always got the right trousers on, and my hair's always brushed, and my perfume's always on. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I don't smell like a luxury vehicle all the time.
You do, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I want to be just. I'm shaking even thinking about it, but I want to be just that person who. Like, I'm not going to go to Kmart and buy the brown tracksuit, okay? I'm not going to go that far.
I recommend it. Do you know what it does? Do you know what the tracksuit is to me? I get the same peace of mind that I got when I was at school.
Because it's your uniform?
It's one less decision I have to make.
Okay, so I need to find myself some sort of like Chairman Mao outfit that is not the tracksuit, but similarly kind of... monk-like.
Yes.
So that I can just rid myself of this anxiety.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm sort of shaking.
Yeah, I know you are.
Worrying about it. I don't like it. I've got another trip coming up for Luxury Escapes, and you're right about the suitcase. It's open at home now on my pristine flax linen duvet cover. And, I'm really stressing about what's going in there and what looks I will have to try and pull together. And it's really hard.
I think my takeout there is, isn't it lovely to have somewhere to go? Because I do not leave the house. And in fact, this podcast has proven to be the only thing I need to get dressed for.
That's it.
It is the weirdest thing. And this morning I'm an optimistic purchaser of clothes.
Yeah, you are.
So when I buy something, I buy it with the concept that I'm going to leave the house at some point.
Yeah,
and then
those occasions are getting thin on the ground.
And also getting thin on the ground is room in my wardrobe. Like, I cannot tell you, I do not leave the house. And now that I've created this podcast in the compound, I leave the house even less. So I decided this morning that I would debut a new look.
You look absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
I've got a baby pink jumpsuit on.
You haven't done it up properly.
No, I haven't.
There's always something that's wrong, isn't there? There's always something that you just don't quite finish off.
Yes.
You lack the finesse to finish things off.
I lack the finesse in every area of my life. Absolutely. Nothing I do is polished or classy.
No. I can't disagree with you.
No.
I mean, I love you, but take, for example, today you've got this glorious boiler suit on.
Yes.
The sleeves are all akimbo.
Only one.
I just see, you got one done up and you went, well, and forgot about the rest of it.
Yeah, because my brain is not wired to put on, to do this.
No.
Hang on.
All right.
See how hard it is for me? If you're listening, I'm currently trying to do up a button. But see that, and then now this is what I do. I go, fuck it.
Don't worry
about it.
But your
I
face
tried long enough.
Yeah, you gave it a go.
Yeah.
And your face is looking beautiful. Like you've done like a really nice makeup job.
It's 5 minutes.
But your hair looks like you've been dragged through a sewer backwards.
Yes, that's because I didn't brush it.
Well, what's so hard about this? Brush, brush,
Well, because
brush.
I've got curly hair. You can't brush it.
Well, you can brush it.
You can't.
There's actually no reason why you can't brush curly hair.
No, it goes fizzy.
Well, then get a special.
Frizzy.
Well, then get a special.
Goes fizzy.
Goes fizzy. You're fizzy.
You're fizzy.
Actually, I'm really fizzy because I just ate a whole packet of fruit tingles in the car trip here, and they make you feel a little bilious.
I was going to say, do you need like a indigestion tablet? Because that's pure fizz.
I know, quite possibly. I don't know. Anyway, we got off track. Let's go back to your boiler suit.
And I want you to guess, because you know I don't have time to go. I'm not a shopper.
No, you're not a shopper.
I'm not a shopper.
You're a big online shopper, though.
Big online shopper. But I purchased this in a bricks and mortar store.
What, you went somewhere?
Yep.
So you
it was 60% off, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So you left the house to buy an outfit for you to wear so you'll never leave the house again.
Yeah, where would I have got this natty, dusty pink, very annoying if you need to have a wee jumpsuit.
Oh, because the whole thing's got to come off, doesn't it?
Oh, my God, the shimmying that just occurred before we came and sat down.
Yeah, right. I want to say...
You'll never guess. It's like Rumpelstiltskin of jumpsuits.
Okay, well, do you want to give me the name, the letter of the store that it starts with?
Okay, D. You'll never guess. It's not Aldi where you get your clothes.
I've bought one jacket from Aldi and it's super stylish.
You buy one jacket.
Exactly.
Have a guess.
D. Digby's?
Nope.
David Jones?
No.
Oh, well, I don't know.
As if I'm fancy enough for David Jones. Where would I have been on a mission, not for myself, as per usual?
Oh, for the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
For the
Where
kids.
would I have been fulfilling my ever expanding duties as a mother and lover of my children?
The school uniform shop?
Yes.
I cannot believe I got that.
Kit broke his school bag. How you break those industrial school bags, I have no idea.
They're supposed to last 12 years.
I know. He's had his for 12 months. I cracked the shits. I cracked the shits. Yeah. Because the guy there said to me, I'm there, I'd run in. I said, listen, this school bag is broken. He said, oh, we'll have to send it away. And I said,
No.
And I'm so patient usually, but I had Peg waiting in the car, which I'm sure is illegal. And, you know, I just didn't want to be caught. I didn't want it to be like, oh, Chrissy needs her children taken off her again.
Were you Patty Swan style with the fuego, you know?
Absolutely.
Out in the street,
I left it running
idling.
with my child in it,
Yeah.
yes. And he said, we'll have to send it away. And I said,
No.
please, River, Brody, how do you propose my child will get to school with all the detritus without a school bag? I want this replaced now. It's 12 months old.
Thank you, Brody.
And I never put my foot down, ever.
No, you're usually very patient.
He had to go and speak to his manager. And I'm on first name basis with the manager, Lachlan. And so I knew that this was going to come off. So I was sashaying around the store while they were sorting it out upstairs. And I came across this jumpsuit.
Can't possibly have. What school has a dusty pink boiler suit as its uniform?
It's the weirdest thing. This uniform shop has the most wonderful selection of ladies' wear in the front.
No.
Yes.
I cannot believe it.
And there was one of them only. And I know
your
that
size.
I know that you want it.
I do want it.
I know. I can make a call to Lachlan.
Can you?
Yes, because it was $140 reduced to $60.
No way. Can you see if Lachlan's got one in midget style?
I think it'll look great on you.
I think it would too.
I think you should have 2 sizes down. This is a large.
Well, I could probably get away with a small, although my midriff no longer exists, as we've discussed.
I would, do you know what?
But that's got an elastic waist, so I'd be perfectly happy
It's got
with
an
that.
elastic waist. It's got a belt. The zip is very good quality, much better than the zips on the school bag, FYI.
Yeah, but who wants to get their boobs out these days?
I do.
All right,
They look
put
a
them
bit
away.
weird. I've got a weird bra on
Put
today,
them away,
actually.
please. No one needs to see that. I've seen enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Geez, they're getting longer.
Oh, they must be down to your waist by now.
Past.
Are they?
Past the waist, yeah.
Well, would you consider some sort of procedure, or are you just going to let them go?
Do you know what? I have no interest in that.
You're just happy to roll them up from the bottom? Like roll, 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 tuck. And in they go,
God.
like a little Swiss roll.
Do you know what you've done there?
What?
The exact last step of my sourdough process.
With the bilbies?
Yes.
Roll, 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 roll,
And
roll.
watching you do it. So I made 5 loaves of sourdough. I make them in 5 loaves. I know, I make them in a 5-loaf batch.
Do you name your starter?
Yes.
Did you see that Mel Robbins named her
No,
starter?
what did she call
it's
it?
a good one. You ready? Dolene.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Why didn't I think of that?
Jolene, I'm begging of you, please
Don't
just
take my man. Her beauty is beyond compare. Flame locks of orb and higher and higher skin.
Can I stop you there? You know I never know anything past the main bit of any song.
What I love about you, though, is you always come with me.
I try. I'm like a Kelpie that way.
Yes. You were humming along. You were humming along.
Yeah, I tried.
Couldn't have known.
I tried.
My sourdough starter is called Sir Rise-A-Lot.
That's good.
Yeah. And every time it bubbles overnight, I check on it and I go, oh, my God, Peggy.
Oh, my God, Peggy.
Her rise.
Look at her ass.
Yeah. And
Can I just ask?
Peg rolls her eyes.
I don't know. I don't understand the whole process. Like I don't know why you're so into it, but I've literally never taken any notice of this whole making your own sourdough business.
Do you want me to tell you why I'm into it?
Why?
Peg.
Also, you just did a little burp then.
Yeah. An internal burp.
It was one of your air burps.
So, I was on air on my radio show a little while ago and it was back when I drank Diet Coke. God, I miss it. Inflammation. It's no good.
Is this why you've given it up?
Yes.
I wondered. I saw that online and thought the world has gone topsy-turvy.
Can I tell you, the first week that I went without a Diet Coke, I seriously contemplated ending it. I thought, what is the point?
What have you got to live for? You do nothing anymore.
I know. It's so
and
sad.
You take Diet Coke away.
I know. And I lived for that moment because you know that I had a fridge dedicated to Diet Coke.
I do. I once accidentally put something else in it and it was quickly taken out.
So my routine, which has become important to me, was I would go to my car to go to work, do the big reversey out of the garage, but just before I would stop in the Diet Coke fridge.
You're a little bit of a traveller.
Yeah, and it just, honestly, the dopamine hit I would get from that was crazy. Anyway, this was back when I was drinking Diet Coke and I probably smashed 3 cans that morning. And
that is a lot.
there was a very quiet moment on air and it was it didn't burst forward.
But it was the air bubble that was coming
up. It was a full burp, but completely contained. It's very embarrassing.
Done.
I know.
But, you know, in our days back on radio, everything used to come out of your cake hole, all over me. Anything you were eating would be sprayed across the desk at me constantly.
Right.
Do you remember?
Yes.
You'd eat your porridge in the morning and then...
Yes, and I remember one time I said, oh, sorry, I've spat that everywhere. And you said, well, you will shovel it in.
So I stand by that statement. Anyway.
It's true.
We need to move on. I'm sorry about the DC.
Yeah.
Have you replaced it with something to give you that dopamine hit?
No.
There isn't anything, is
There's
there?
nothing. Anyway, I can't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
Potatoes.
No, it wasn't potatoes. Back to
sourdough? Yep.
So the origins of my sourdough obsession come from my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So Peg, very fussy eater.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How did I give birth to a fussy eater?
I don't know, but she always has been.
She always has been, like, you know, always. Anyway, she has a specific brand of sourdough bread that's the only brand that she'll eat. And, of course, I've blindly purchased this 1,000 times.
$27.50 a loaf?
$10 a loaf.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Sorry, but that's highway robbery.
And I didn't even realise, you know, when you're just buying stuff and you don't know what you're paying. And it wasn't until I actually went, how much is that? I went, $10. What?
$10?
So then I thought, I reckon I can make it for less. So it has taken a while. Sourdough, the process is like having a newborn baby. I was setting alarms to feed this goddamn starter in the middle of the night.
What are you feeding it?
Flour and water. You need to feed it every day. You throw some out and then I can't tell you how many times I've read these instructions and looked at a YouTube video.
Wow.
35 times. Anyway, I've nailed it.
And you love doing it, gives you joy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the last time I was doing it, I really did it properly and I folded it and tucked it exactly like you said that I would do with my boobs. And while I was doing it, I thought this dough reminds me of my titties. So it's very odd that you bring that up.
That is a full circle moment.
Specifically.
All I can say is that perhaps with a view to saving money, I need to work out how to do some sort of, microbrewery in my garage. Because if I could make Chardonnay, can you imagine how much money I'd save?
Actually, that's
how many grapes
idea.
do you think I'd have to plant just down the side of my driveway in order to be able to harvest and then create my own boutique vino?
I've got an easier way.
Please.
So, I don't drink. I haven't had a drink for over 3 years.
No.
But still people send me bottles of wine. And I have a very large collection of free vino that I just put aside because I think someone I know's got an alcohol problem. And it turns out that fortuitously today
I have visited.
It is you, and you are going to be clinking all the way to your car today, Janula.
I'd love to say how very dare you, but I will not because I am gratefully accepting any donations.
Absolutely. Now, boobs.
Boobs.
The greatest thing about having long dough-like boobs
Can't think of a single thing.
Well, it's a great bra.
Oh, of
Is a
course.
great bra
Yeah,
because
yeah.
once you put a bra on, it lies, much like photographs.
Oh,
You have sent me a photograph of yourself taken in Bali.
I know.
We need to talk about this, Janula.
So photographs lie, all right? Here's the thing. They lie.
Okay.
I never use filters, mostly because I don't know how to use them. I never do any sort of trickery with any photos. Anyway, I'm in Bali and Zoe, who was one of the producers that was travelling with us.
Yeah.
I just said, can you just get a quick shot of me under this palm tree because a friend of mine, Sophie, had lent me this beautiful, coverall. I said, I need to take a photo of the coverall so I can tell Sophie that I've, taken a nice photo. Anyway, she takes this photo and she looks like a sort of stunned mullet. She comes over to me and says, something's happened. And I went, oh, no, don't tell me the dyno phone's broken. Like I thought, the iPhone 8's finally shat itself.
Oh, God, I've got to give you my old phone. It's in my centre console.
Oh, brilliant.
In the Toyota RAV4.
Okay, well, that's another. We'll get back to that. Anyway, she comes over to me brandishing the phone and says, look at this.
Jane.
Now, can we show people this photo?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because we need to because, quite frankly, I thought it was too good for me to post on Instagram because it does not look like me. I look like Cindy Crawford.
Jane, what?
What's occurred?
Devilry has occurred.
I don't know.
And who is this photographer? Herb Ritz.
I don't know. I'm going to tell her you said that. It just was a moment in time that she snapped. And do you know the only reason I know it's me? Pinch zoom onto my shins and you will see 2
Carpet burns.
bloody marks where I've gashed myself because I drunkenly stumbled into the bed in the resort before I lay down. So it had a wooden frame and I went...
Oh, God, that happens every time I'm in Bali.
Right on the bony part of the nana shins. But that is the only reason why I know that's me and not some sort of imposter. I felt it was too much of a lie for me to show anyone else, like on social media, because they just go, oh, she's done something. She's doctored that in order for it to look good.
I absolutely hear you. And when you texted it to me, you said there was a pic taken of me where I look like a supermodel. Photos tell lies.
Correct.
And you sent it to me and I said, sweet Jesus. And I said, weirdly, I have one too taken this week.
Indeed,
with Christy
you do.
Whelan Brown. And I sent it to you.
Yep.
I can't post that.
No, it's too beautiful. It's ridiculous. I don't know who you are in that. I don't know who you are. The utter perfection. The utter perfection. Never seen a face like it.
I think when this podcast goes to air, we'll have to do
just a normal photo.
An IRL photo.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we need to be careful about it because, frankly, it's all gone to shit and we can't possibly do a real one.
Most certainly has not.
Photos tell lies. And you know what? Oh, why are you laughing?
Lies.
Well,
but they don't.
I'm in danger of getting sucked in by that. Do you see what I mean? In my mind, I walk around thinking, well, if that happened, that must be what I look like.
My big takeaway from this is your hair is curly.
I know.
And I didn't know.
Yeah, it's so curly. It's as curly as yours.
Why don't you go with that? There's a cost of living crisis.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't look like that when I just leave it alone. That was some sort of witchery. It just happened in the moment. I don't know. It was the salt spray.
It is magic and I'm glad it exists.
Thank you. And I'm glad the one of you exists too because Lord knows I know what you really look like.
I know. Not like that. Now, you and I worked for very many years together on Breakfast Radio.
I did.
And one thing that we really enjoyed doing and people enjoyed very much was a segment called How Very Dare You?
Absolutely.
And the best example of it was a caller called up. It's when people say things to you that are so rude.
You can't believe they've come out of their cake hole.
They strip the oxygen from your lungs.
You don't know how to respond because you're in great shock.
You're in such great shock. And all that can come out is, how very dare you?
Absolutely.
Do you remember that one that the poor woman called up? She was, a biggish person, whatever. And she was pregnant. Can you remember?
Tell it.
I'm trying to remember it as it comes out. And she was in hospital, maybe getting a checkup or something. And a trainee doctor came in and her actual doctor was like, do you mind if we, kind of
People have got to learn.
Yeah, do a mock consultation? She's like, yeah, sure, no worries. And then he turned around in front of her and said something like, now what do we do with such an enormous woman? How do we deal with a big fat lady like this? And she was just sitting there on the bed going, how very dare you?
Well, I had a situation that took the wind out of my sails recently.
God.
And if you will, indulge me.
Sure.
I was coming back from seeing a couple of girlfriends and I thought I'm a bit peckish. I'm going to stop at the fish and chip shop, get myself something to eat. So, already that's a sad sack story, isn't it? I'm having solo fish and chips. I'm heading home by myself to eat them.
See, this is the difference between you and I. When you said, I'd gone to see some friends and I was a bit peckish and I stopped into the fish and chip shop, I was like, that's the perfect day.
Okay.
That is the perfect day.
I just felt like a washed up old bag heading home by herself, requiring some, greasy food.
What's your standard order, by the way?
Oh, a piece of grilled fish and small fries, small chips. What?
Grilled?
Yeah, grilled. Well, I've got to keep it real in some way, don't I? Occasionally, I tell you what I will have that I do love, your dim sim.
Ah, steamed or fried?
Fried.
Wow. Oh, my God, this is a really big moment for you that you have said something. You have admitted that you enjoy something that everybody enjoys. This is big.
Okay, great. I'm crying. Anyway, I want to tell you this story.
Sure.
So I ring up. I think I'll do a phone order so I don't have to wait around. So I ring up. G'day, yeah, what do you want to order? And I say, oh, no, give my order. And then he goes, okay, thanks. Hangs up. And I go, I didn't give my name.
Oh.
I didn't give my name. How are they going to know it's me?
How are they going to know?
How are they going to know? So I panic drove all the way to the fish and chip shop, got out, went inside, went up to the thing and said, I did a phone order, but I didn't say it was for me. And he goes, oh, yeah, we know it's you. We keep phone numbers. Like we know people, the locals that order, we keep their phone numbers.
Great. Are you under sad single drunk?
Yes. Yes, I
okay,
am.
great.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's how they know me.
Of course.
I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then I said, oh, you've got my phone number. And then very
Coquettish.
Yeah, I know, just thinking. And I said, oh, well, don't go giving it out, will you? Wouldn't want people getting my phone number, having a bit of a joke. And then I sort of thought, oh, I'll just take it back a bit. And I went, oh, not that anyone would want it. And he looks at me and he goes, nah, but there was a time. And I went, how very dare. How very dare. I went, oh, yeah. He goes, yeah, not anymore.
Oh, my.
A bit of doubling down there on the insult. And I just didn't know. I could feel my sort of heart rate rising, and then hot tears started sprouting, and I quickly grabbed my solo old lady order of greasy fish and chips and went and sat back in the 10-year-old Volvo and thought, is this what I've come to? Is this what life is? Washed up? No one wants my phone number. Everyone's aware of it. No one cares. And I'm eating about a year's worth of calories by myself.
I want your number and I will use it. And I am not the only one.
Okay, well, if you could send me a list of the other people that are happy to have my phone number, that would be really nice, because I'd like to look at it before I go to sleep.
Everybody listening to the ChrissieCast right now wants your number.
I can't guarantee I'll ever answer anyone's calls, but good luck.
Thank you for joining me again, Jane Hall.
Thanks for having me.
Seriously, if anyone knows where to get potatoes outside of Bali, both Jane and I would be very keen to know. Drop me a line at the ChrissieCast on Insta and Facebook anytime you like, but especially if you have the location of these wondrous potato sensations. Actually, Jane made off with some bolognese sauce and 3 bottles of rosé after this podcast. So I've only got some sourdough to pop in your handbag. Hope it'll do. Till next time, ChrissieCasters.